whole assembly came off.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's not just been a tire. It's been a wheel and
The whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah, the whole kit and caboodle. So, yeah, it's a little bit safer move. Now, traditionalists don't like it. I'm not so much a traditionalist. They're also thinking about placing the number in a different spot on the side of the car instead of,
Why is that?
More area for sponsorship.
No.
To take it off the middle part of the door and to move it back toward the back fender. Now, this has been done in the past. If you remember looking at some historic photographs of the fabulous Hudson Hornet, that number was back there because on the door it said the fabulous Hudson Hornet. I don't know why I have a problem saying that. Anyways, that I've got a problem with. Maybe I don't mind it being moved back a little bit, but still on the door, but don't move it to the fender. I agree with Dale Jr. on this. Sometimes you got to pick your battles. The one lug wheel, I'm okay with because I really do believe it's a safer wheel. And it's going to represent the cars more like the factory puts them out with an 18-inch wheel. Mm-hmm. Okay? You'll agree with that.
Sure.
You don't see a Mustang or a Toyota Supra or Camaro come out with 15-inch wheels, big-ass tires. They reserve those tires now for RV like mine. But they're the bodies are composite for next year. They're going to be composite panels. It's not steel. Easily replaceable. I'm cool with that. They tend to more mimic the actual vehicle sold. Cool with that. Let's get some individual. And the motors are. It's said that they're going to be built by one company.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And everybody leases their motors from that one company. Now, I don't know how that's going to affect it. It's supposed to bring more parity, but and it's certainly going to save the teams a crap ton of money because there's a lot of R&D on motors, man.
Yeah.
To get that one more horsepower off of a restrictor plate motor. 1 horsepower on a restrictor plate motor is huge.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I kind of like this. I honestly wish NASCAR was more like I don't know if you remember the IROC series.
Oh yeah,
but the cars and the engines and everything were prepared by one company.
Yeah,
and they were within I think it was within 5 horsepower of each. The bodies were the same, everything was the same, and it basically just put it in the hands of the driver. And I do like that. And I wish racing was more like that, but they have series that are like that. If that's your thing. There are series, you got the Bandolero series and wow, what's the other one? Ones that look like they're 5/8 scale, like 32 Ford, 34 Dodge.
Oh, yeah.
I forget the name of the series, but anyways, you buy the cars, you buy the motors.
I forgot about it.
Yeah. Legends cars.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Those are cool as crap, man. If you think a Legends car doesn't go fast, it's got a 1,000cc motorcycle engine in it, but the car weighs 1,000 pounds with the driver. That thing will scoot. That thing is a donut factor in itself.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Anyhow, I didn't mean to get on a NASCAR tangent. I didn't know if you were aware of some of the new stuff coming down the pike. Yeah, they just had a test over at Fontana Speedway in California.
Oh, right on.
And William Byron stayed and tested the new car for 2. And they learn a little bit more on each test they do, and then they go back to research center and do something different to it. This time it was testing the wheels and tires. And the one thing I wish NASCAR would do, or maybe it's not so much NASCAR, it's Goodyear. I got a problem with Goodyear.
Okay.
I do. The tires are too good. They don't fall off like they used to. No, and when I say fall off, I'm not talking about coming off the car.
No.
But Fontana is one of those few tracks that you see a lot of fall off on the tires. In other words, you get about 15 laps into a run, and you're running 2 seconds slower. Mm-hmm. And you got to take care of your tires, or it gets down to the cords and starts shredding. It makes a driver start taking care of their car. And
that's true. It would, yeah.
And now they've got tires that you can run 60, 70 laps, and you've only lost, 10 or 20 thousandths off that tire, and there's not much fall off as far. So I think they need to bring back some softer tires and and give us some more tire wear. It causes some more pits to happen. It puts more strategy.
I love pit stops.
I
love them
too. Pit stops will make you or break you.
Well, just the cruise, man. The orchestration of the cruise is always fascinating for me to watch.
Well, look at the 19 car this weekend. The getting toward the end of the race, in the rear tire changer, his left hand cramped up so much he couldn't use it, and it caused a slow pit stop.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually took him to the care center thinking he broke his hand. He didn't. It was just a real severe cramp, but it caused that pit stop to go awry. And it took any chance of the 19 car of winning completely away. Now, having said that, I have the fortunate happenstance to have Sirius XM satellite radio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, every week they have about a half a dozen drivers on there. They have in-car radios, and so I can listen to the in-car radio chatter. And I was listening to Martin Truex. And I like Martin Truex. I really do as a driver. This entire year since Daytona, he has sounded like a little bitch. Complains about everything.
Quit giving me the problem. Start giving me solutions, Martin.
I mean, just complaining and F you guys and calling out the pit crew and you can't do that. Go
it's
back
like a quarterback calling out the line,
Oh yeah. If you like your ass and shoulders and neck to hurt, just tell your line what a shitty job they're doing.
Yeah,
they're not gonna block for you. You're gonna get creamed.
They'll show you a shitty job.
Yeah. Well, I don't think the pit crew is gonna dive that bad.
No,
but I wouldn't take that shit too much from Truex. You know me. I'll take some shit off somebody when I've had enough.
It's done.
It's done. And there ain't no turning back. I will burn that bridge. So that's my NASCAR thing. Everybody, if you don't like NASCAR, deal with it. Getting back to politics a little bit. Which is what we're known for, NASCAR and politics. Ilhan Omar, the Democrat terrorist representative from the state of Minnesota, is now being investigated by the IRS. Brought about by nine Minnesota House and Senate members to do so. They called on the IRS. Yeah, they were like, no, she is totally cheating on her taxes. Totally. and well, I mean, it goes to say because she's already married to her brother and her husband.
Yeah.
How do you?
Well, and she's having an affair too. There's some dude she's having an affair with.
Yeah, how do you claim that on your taxes?
Do you get a credit for that?
I mean, head of household?
Maybe. Yeah. Dude, so the FBI is investigating her. The IRS is investigating her. Like,
they don't eat pork.
Yeah, how can you trust a person that doesn't eat pork?
And if you don't eat pork, I'll bet you don't give a blowjob.
That just goes hand in hand, I think.
Which full circle comes around. Why would you want to date her anyway? Full circle, dude. Full circle.
Yep. And that's a good question. Why would you? I mean,
I don't know. I hope everybody got a laugh out of that one.
They will, man, do I think after November, man, because I wonder if her seat's up. Is she getting?
What is she, a man? I hope her seat's up.
I wonder if she's up for re-election. AOC is.
I don't know.
I think she is.
Well, she is. If she's gonna do her thing, like militant Muslims do, it's gonna happen before re-election, just in case she don't get reelected. Yeah, look for it.
She's making the last little adjustments to her bomb vest.
Yeah, exactly. Look for a big poof in the congressional building sometime in early November, late October.
We should joke about that. That could really go down.
Yeah, but if it does happen, I'll be like, I called it. Y'all didn't listen to me. I called that shit.
FBI shows up to question us. Way to call it. Way to call it, Titty.
Mr. Tidwell, how did you know?
Yeah.
How did you know? Man, I'm Indian. I know these things. That shit just comes to me like candy in Dr. Pepper.
Can you imagine that?
Comes to me like candy and Dr. Pepper. That made no sense.
I think we can get it to catch on, though.
comes to me like a boomerang I threw out and came back.
There's a saying in Canada that I hear some of those dudes say in their videos, and it's like, tell that to your Uncle Bob or something. I gotta go back and watch some of them because I was like, that's a pretty funny saying to use.
Oh, and tell that to your Uncle Bob.
Yeah. Something like that. I gotta go back and find that.
While they eat their poutine. Actually, have you ever had poutine?
Mm-mm.
Dude,
Mm-mm.
It is French fries, cheese curds, and brown gravy.
I'm in.
Dude.
I'm in.
There's a restaurant, I don't know where the nearest one is. It's called Culver's.
That's what they serve?
They make pretty good burgers. You can get cheese curds there, but you can get them to make you poutine.
Oh, man. That sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Brown gravy, huh?
You know what? We might have to do that. We'll do that at home. Because I can buy the cheese curds from Swan's Dairy in Claremore.
There we go.
Where the best milk comes from.
I don't know, man. I'm going to throw Brahms in there. Brahms has got good milk, dude.
Brahms has excellent milk, but you can go buy your milk while you're watching your cow being milked here.
Well, then there's that.
You literally walk by the cows being milked to go into the store to buy the milk. Yeah, and they make bomb-ass cheese, too. Not cottage, right? Me freaking too. I might have to bring you some one of these, dude. You're going to eat it, and you're going to be like, Teddy, this is the best damn cheese I've ever had in the world. Or however you sound like. And
that was weird.
I know, right?
Sitting here as you do an impression of me. Twisted my head up for a second.
And a good one at that. Man, that's almost dead on. Almost dead on. Not near as good as my Christopher Walken, but close.
But that only happens at certain times, man. It's not on demand. It's not on demand.
No, I can't do them on demand. Well, Christopher Walken just comes out. When I try to do them on demand, it sounds like one of the Backstreet Boys or something. It's awful. It's awful.
Oh.
I need to bring up my impression game.
But when he shows up, it's good.
I tell you what, speaking of impressions, if y'all out there want an impressionist, like a dead-on impressionist, you need to go look up Jay Farrow. He's from Saturday Night Live. He does an Eddie Murphy, a Chris Rock. What's that short comedian's name?
Kevin
Hart.
Kevin Hart, yeah.
He does a spot on Kevin Hart. But his Eddie Murphy and Chris Rock are freaking. He does Denzel.
Oh yeah, he does them all.
Yeah, he can do them all. And yeah, look that shit up on YouTube. You're welcome. It's that's a no kidding, man. That is a funny search, right? Hey, man, you remember playing sports when you were young?
Oh yeah.
That's some of the most fun times of my life. I remember playing baseball, especially baseball, because I loved baseball. I played football. I played it all. But baseball was my favorite. And you could tell that by going back in my memory. Just telling on myself a little bit. We just got our equipment issued to us in 6th grade. That's the first year of school football. And I had my bag and I had my pads and all that mess. And they gave us a jock protector with the cup and all that crap. And so I've got this jock protector thing in my cup in the right hand. And I'm kind of looking at it and kind of putting it down there like, man, this thing's way too big. Right? And then also, as a kid, you're riding on the bus, your head kind of goes, oh, there's the birds, and then you start thinking of stuff. And so while I was there daydreaming, waiting on my stop, you've heard this story, know what's coming up. I start nibbling at the top of this cup, not thinking about a thing, just daydreaming and whatever. And then, bam, one kid blurts out, "Oh my God, he's eating his jockstrap." And then 80,000 people at once knew it. And we didn't have social media back then.
Word of mouth is powerful, though.
I mean to tell you, that got around quicker than a Trump tweet.
People ran in the house after they got off that bus, got on the phone, started calling every fool that they knew.
Calling their friends. Yeah, man. That took, I was probably a sophomore in high school before that started. and hung on for a while. So much so I quit football.